Hey guys, Andrew Esquivel here, back with another review, and today I'm going to be reviewing my lapel mic. That'd be this little guy down here. Now, I just got this thing on Amazon for about $11 after tax, and it is a corded lapel mic, so it is not a device that is wireless like you would see in higher end sets. It's designed to be used with your Android or Apple device. It's using the 3.5mm audio jack, 4 connection, not the 3 connection type. So to all the new Apple iPhone users that don't have the audio jack, you're going to have to use your little converter in order to make this work if you wanted to use it, or find a lapel mic of some sort that works directly with, I believe it's your lightning connection, I think it's called. Correct me on that in the comments if I got it wrong. I'm strictly an Android user, so I still have my headphone jack, but that also means I'm still using my Galaxy S4, which, you know, for all intents and purposes is a good phone, but it does have one major flaw that interferes with the use of this little lapel mic, and that would be that the standard video recording software that comes with it does not have the capability to record using an external mic. That isn't really a problem, though, because I can just easily go into the Play Store and download a different video recording application in which I can manually set the audio recording source, and that is what I'm doing right now. So, that being said, those are the little details I wanted to just get out of the way really quick. Now, let's talk about the lapel mic itself, which means I'm going to have to take it off, but just to prove really quick that it is indeed recording from the lapel mic and not on the microphone on the phone, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub the little wind screen here, the little wind filter, and you should have heard a loud kind of scratching noise as I did that, and that basically confirms that that's what we're recording from right here. Now, yes, this is a little mini wind filter. Oops, this alligator clip is pretty strong. This is a little mini wind filter, so obviously if you're outside recording or if there's a fan blowing on a microphone, I'm sure you've all heard it. It's that loud, overbearing noise that will drown out everything else, and the little wind filter is designed to help prevent that. Now what you would have heard right there is definitely some air moving, but it wouldn't be as dramatic as without it. And since we're talking about the wind filter can come off, and it comes with a second one just in case you lose the first one. And we're going to take this off, so warning, RIP headphone users. So this is the bare microphone. And as you can see, it's actually got several points in which it records from, because this one is omnidirectional. So it's got little ports and a grill right there to record from there, turn it around, got some on the back, and of course on the top. So that means I can position the lapel mic in just about any configuration I need, as long as my source of audio is not coming directly from the bottom. So also, just to demonstrate how the wind filter works, once again, RIP headphone users, you should have heard a big difference with this versus, you know, using the windscreen, the little wind filter that comes back on it. And I'm going to put that back on, which requires 2 hands. So give me just a second here. You can still hear me talking, of course, because this video is not about what I'm necessarily showing you, but more so the audio quality from it. Which is nice because that means everything from the very beginning to right now and further from is a demonstration of the quality of audio that this microphone can produce. Now, some of that quality is dependent on the software, as many third-party softwares allow you to adjust the bit rate and such of the audio as you record, but disregard that for just a moment, and let's talk about the quality of recording from the device itself. And you'll hear that my voice is relatively isolated. Because it is omnidirectional, it has the possibility of recording things around you, but the proximity in which it can record tends to be generally pretty restricted to just around maybe a few feet from you, because it's designed to record your voice, not things all over the place. Or at least that's what it's supposed to do. Now, the alligator clip that comes with it is metal, and it is very sturdy and very firm. So once it's on someplace, it's going to stay there. And speaking of getting it back on, give me just another second to put it back where it needs to be. Now, using a lapel mic can take a little time to get used to. One of the biggest issues is because it's so close to the shirt as you move around, that wind filter has a tendency to kind of rub up on the shirt and make that scratchy noise they were talking about. Another problem is obviously there's no pop filter, so there's no hiss reduction. I'm sure you can hear every time I say a word with an S, it tends to peak, has an audio peak right at the S's, and kind of clips on the S's. So, you know, every microphone has its faults, but because this one is a little more sensitive, it's going to pick up S's and P's, so any pops and hisses, a lot more than your standard microphone would. Granted, the microphone internal to your phone is generally further away than the lapel mic is, because the lapel mic is a fixed distance from the mouth. So that means no matter how far away my phone is, etc., the audio is always going to sound the same. So that's nice. You know, for a little cheap device, $10, this can come in handy. You know, I do a lot of videos where I record an object that I'm reviewing. Or I do tutorials in which I have screen capture software that I also explain what I'm doing as I show you on the screen capture software. So I do a lot of explaining on my channel. And that's why I decided that I would try and use one of these little things. Now, is it worth the $10? It's debatable. I think it's a lot of how you use it and making sure you use it properly. Because, you know, you can mess it up. If there's a lot of hissing and popping, if you have it scraping up against your shirt all the time, it's going to interfere. And I'm sure you can also hear every breath that I'm taking as well, which can be annoying. So, computer just turned on. So, learning to use it is important. And with using it comes a few gripes. Because it's taking the audio jack completely just for recording, that means you can't use the audio jack for listening unless you get some sort of weird Y connection pass-through situation going on. And that's a little bit of adjustment to do, because I'll record something and then I want to go and check out the video footage and make sure it came out right, and I'll play it and I'm like, why is there no audio? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot, I gotta pull the audio jack out to listen to anything. And that brings up an interesting idea. So if you can find a way to use this as a standard microphone and get a Y splitter to use like over-the-ear headphones for something really good instead of just those, you know, cheap in-ear phones, I think that'd be a really good idea, and here's why. On Skype, I was testing this out with my friend. Now, obviously, I couldn't hear anything he was saying, but he could hear me, and we tested between the internal mic and the external mic. And he was telling me that the external mic was considerably better. And I thought to myself, well, if you're in a business setting where you're in a video conference and you're not somewhere near a computer and you have to use your phone, the lapel mic might be a very good option if you're out and about and you have to have an emergency meeting of some sort that you need to be in, so that the people in the conference can hear you and preferably not everything around you. Because remember, this thing, the idea behind the lapel mic is that it's supposed to isolate your voice to record, not all the other things around you. So with that being said, that's pretty much it. So hopefully you guys found it helpful. Hopefully you can kind of gauge how well it sounds. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, show your friends, check out my other videos. I got plenty of them, and as always, I'll see you next time.